What's up? What's up, everyone? This is your boy Big Norm, and this is another episode of the Everyday Norm Show. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for spreading the word about the Everyday Norm Show that you can find right here on YouTube and Instagram. And don't forget the Everyday Norm Podcast you can find on Facebook, Twitter, and Anchor. I want to thank everyone for telling a friend. Please, let's get our subscribers up. So hit the subscribe button, like, drop a comment on this episode and previous episodes of the Everyday Norm Show and any episodes from the Everyday Norm Podcast. Now, before we get started on today's topic, I want to spend a few minutes, just a second, to wish everyone that's affected by Hurricane Florence, please, if you haven't evacuated, please evacuate immediately. We don't want you to get hurt. We don't want you to be lost as a victim of this storm. So please, if you have the opportunity to evacuate, if you haven't already, please evacuate. And everyone, please be safe as you're heading out of your designated areas. We want you to return home safe just as well we want you to leave. But we want you to be safe. So please, I'm asking you, don't take any chances with this one. Please, let's evacuate. So we want you safe and returning to your homes after the storm has passed. Okay? Now, today's topic, social media and children. Look, we live in a day and age where social media has run rapid and our kids are just all over from one media outlet to another. And it's hard as parents to keep an eye on what our children are doing, what they're seeing, what they're watching, but more importantly, who's watching them. So in today's episode, I'm going to give you three tips as parents that can help you monitor. It may not be able to eliminate, but something that you can do to feel more comfortable about your child being on social media. Some of the things that you can do and some of the things that you could look out for when it comes to your children and social media. Okay? All right, let's get started. All right. Parents, I get it. This is 2018. I'm a father myself. My son is grown now. He's 18. He's in college. So he can pretty much do whatever he wants as far as his social media goes. But for those who have children that are still minors, the first thing I would recommend would be to get familiar with the social media apps that are popular in today's age. Now, Facebook is considered an old person website. However, there are some young people who still use it. You also have, of course, your Twitter, you have your Instagram, and you have places like YouTube. But there are some social media apps that you may not even be aware of existed. For example, Path, Periscope, Snapchat, Kick Messenger, GroupMe, Twitch TV, IMO, IMV. These are different websites, different social media apps that your children may be using. So I would say get familiar with the ones, particular ones that are the most popular. Chances are those are the apps that your children are using, so you can be familiar with it. Once you're familiar with it, do your research on these social media apps. How do they work? How do you get videos across? How do you get messages across? Also, learn the language that kids are talking today on the internet. They are good. They are very, very good at using words to disguise from parents like you and me, to where we have no idea what they're talking about or no idea what they're saying. Understand the language that they're speaking as well. So when you come across these secret code words and passwords and so forth, you know exactly what they're saying. So I would say get familiar with the websites, the social media apps, know what they do, and find out which are the ones that are the most popular. Chances are your child will be on that particular social app or social apps. Another problem that you can encounter when it comes to social media and your children are the electronic outlets that your children have. I understand it. If it were up to me, I'm old fashioned. My child would have nothing but a flip phone. The only thing he could do is talk and text without having any access to social media while at school or anywhere where I can't be a part of anything that I can't see. I wouldn't even give him a tablet. But I'm old fashioned. That's just me. Now, every kid has a tablet of some sort, and every kid has some kind of smartphone, whether it be an Android or iPhone. So you're going to have to monitor the electronic devices that you give your children access to. It would help if you have a computer, a desktop computer in the home. Put it in a location where everyone can see what's going on. Nothing can be hid. any of that kind of. Don't have it in a corner somewhere. Have it to where it can be clearly visible at pretty much anywhere in the house where you can actually see what content is being put on your computer. Now, if your child does have a phone, then chances are you probably got that phone started up through your carrier, since they may not have the means to get one themselves. This where you can set your parental control settings on their phone. And if you feel that they're doing something that maybe they shouldn't be, or they may be engaged in some kind of activity that could be dangerous for them, you could either limit their internet access or deactivate the internet access on their phones, considering that you control the parental control. So the only thing they can do is talk or text. This is especially key in today's world. I live in Georgia. We have a hands-free law now, to where if you get caught with a phone in your hand, you will get ticketed. This will work key when they're driving, to where you can completely disable the capabilities for a phone as far as social media, texting, all these things while they're driving. So I would suggest be mindful of the electronic devices that you're given. And if they do have a phone that you are currently paying for, set the ground rules. Set the ground rules. If you're buying them a tablet, if you're buying them a phone, set the ground rules and tell them at any time, I can check this. At any time, at random, without warning, I can check this. I reserve the right. Remember, you're the parent. You're paying for the device. If they have a problem with it, they can either give you the device back or they can go buy their own. But the thing is, you are the parent, so you have to take control of this situation. Don't let the kid tell you what to do. You're the parent, they're the child. You're paying, and they're not. All right, another tip would be talking to your children about the benefits and the dangers of social media. This is very, very important. Okay, I get bogus accounts on my social media page all the time. All I do is look at it. If it's somebody I don't know, I'm immediately suspicious, because why on earth would you randomly call or look me up on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram? I don't know you, especially pages that have no profile picture, or they've recently updated their profile picture, or the only pictures have been recently updated at the same time. These are red flags that you need to look out for when it comes to your children and social media. So explain to them that every person that they come across on social media isn't always what they claim to be. You can be anybody you want behind a social media page, behind a profile pic. Many people have been catfished by this very same tool. So you want to explain to your children and help them understand how social media works, to where they are not caught up. Let them show them also what signs to recognize themselves, so even if you are not around, they can still exercise the judgment that you have taught them. And one of the most important things is, parents, age. You're going to have to decide what age is your child ready for social media. You can't hide it from them forever. Now, if it were up to me, I would have to say 16 years old, beginning at 16 years old, preferably on the 17-year-old side. However, remember, if you give your child an iPhone or an Android phone at an early age, or a tablet that has internet access, you're starting them off much, much younger than they need to be. And chances are they're not going to tell you that they have a social media page, because they know you wouldn't approve. So you have to be mindful of these things. Me personally, I think the age appropriate starting age would be 16, leaning more towards the 17, because they will be a little bit older, more mature, and they can recognize and understand what's going on with these social media pages, how people will make bogus accounts and fake accounts, the propaganda that comes forth and everything. They'll be able to differentiate between all the news, different social media outlets, the stuff that people post, and let them recognize that you don't want to be a part of this. Be careful what you click. Be careful what you like on social media. Be careful what you comment on social media. All these things play in a factor. So talk to your kids about the dangers and benefits of social media, and also determine an age limit that you would like your child to even begin. Remember, you may think like me, 16, 17 years old, but chances are if they have those devices already, then chances are they already have a social media page, especially if they're at school and they see that their classmates and friends have social media pages as well. Okay? Well, that's going to be for it today. I thank everyone for tuning in today's show. Not a long show this episode, but I hope what I was able to give you is helpful. I know kids are hard to raise in 2018, and it's not going to get any better. And sometimes when they get older, doesn't mean that your parenting has stopped. Sometimes when they hit 18, they need you now more than ever. So I want to thank everyone for tuning into the show. Thank you for spreading the word about the Everyday Norm Show. Please, if you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment, tell everyone about the Everyday Norm Show and the Everyday Norm Podcast. You can find on Facebook, Twitter, the Everyday Norm Show. You can find on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you very much. I love you all with the love of Jesus. And once again, to everyone affected by Hurricane Florence, please be safe. Please evacuate. We want you to return to your homes peacefully, in one piece, alive and well. So thank you, everyone. Be safe. I love you all with the love of Jesus. Thank you very much, and I will see you when I see you. I will leave you with these parting words. Let's look upward and not downward. Let's go forward and not backwards. Always lend a helping hand. In Jesus' name, amen. God bless you.